At 5, we're hearing from state leaders on how they are planning ahead for potentially dead heat. 115 people died 2 weeks ago when temperatures soared into the triple digits. Our Lisa Balick was at that news conference asking tough questions. And Lisa, what did you find out?
Well, state agency leaders tell me they are still trying to figure out what to do better, but they definitely admit they've made some mistakes.
We found out that 211 was not staffed during the weekend.
Admitting mistakes were made and vowing to fix them, like 211, the emergency helpline, when hundreds couldn't get through during the heat wave and there was no information, like how to get a ride to a cooling center. Now, more funding to keep 211 operating 24/7. And they're also looking at operating more cooling centers, opening more libraries, and the community centers, which were closed. I asked the Oregon Health Authority, why not just order these open during an emergency? And the state tells me they do intend to take a more aggressive role.
Are there other places that you could open if you had more resources? And would be the kind of thing that I think in a similar event, we can do a more thorough job of, to be able to try to anticipate some of those kinds of things and not let something get stuck on a particular decision point.
But the head of state emergency management stands by his decision not to suggest the governor issue an emergency order.
I don't know that an emergency declaration is the best way to let folks know how severe an event is. If you overuse a tool like an emergency declaration just to sound an alarm, that becomes white noise, I think, in the background.
I asked, why not stockpile fans, ready to hand out long before stores are sold out and someone is in a life or death situation? Now, they're looking at that.
Those are the things that we need to start thinking about as communities to reduce our risk, just like we look at smoke alarms. You don't wait until you're going to experience a fire to install a smoke alarm. These are things that we need to make sure that our communities have access to well before the emergency.
Now, I asked, when will we get this report? When is it going to go to the governor? We were told at the end of this month. Hopefully we will not see those high temperatures by the end of this month. Also, just one other note, I found out Multnomah County tomorrow will be putting out their report, taking a closer look at more than 70 deaths that occurred during the heat wave here in Multnomah County. Live in Southeast Portland, Lisa Balick, KOIN 6 News.